आपको अभी कितना टाइम है?
I know it's 45 minutes.
अच्छा हम वहाँ करेंगे.
You see I'll tell you one thing. You see, the thing is, the best way to explain it now, because it's illustration, it's picture. When it's verbal, when you tell them, yes, we will explain everything step by step, which we have to. But the best way to get the best picture is through here. Because they get it and they see it. I'll break that in at that seminar, but it's verbal. But right now, we can't show this there. We're not going to show it there. But I'll make it short, inshallah. I'll make it short. Maybe half an hour, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm sure everybody has had some snack, relaxed. So inshallah the second part of the Mufti Ibrahim's presentation will be doing with Hajj. So inshallah, Mufti sir.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. When we finish our Umrah, we will remain in Makkah Mukarramah until the 7th or until the 8th. When we're in Makkah Mukarramah, what do we do in Makkah Mukarramah? We continue to do tawaf. We continue to do ibadah. Now when the days of Hajj comes, inshallah, we will go to Mina. So, time for Hajj, getting ready for Hajj. When the first day of Hajj is about to start, and because we are doing Hajj Tamattu, yes, the lights. Brother is responsible for the lights. Please get the lights. Okay, they're getting the lights. Inshallah, I'm going to stop with the slides, but just your attention here. So as long as we stay in Makkah Mukarramah, what we're going to do is we will continue to do tawaf. And if we get an opportunity, we will go for Umrah as well. So especially the brothers are going on the 29th, they have ample time to make another Umrah. So if you do another Umrah, then for that we will need to go to Masjid Aisha, Tan'im. So inshallah we will help you how to get there, and we can go there to make the second Umrah by going to Masjid Aisha, Tan'im, and do Umrah from there. But again, even if you don't do that, we should make some kind of target and goal that inshallah X number of tawaf will be done every single day. 2 tawafs, 3 tawafs, 4 tawaf. So we need to go with some kind of goals in our mind, what we want to accomplish in this journey. So Okay, the slide is still, they're still setting it up. So let me just focus on the goals here. Let them finish their part. So I need your attention towards me here. Now, every one of you, this is very important piece of information that I need to give you right now. That we all need to program our mind right now. Right now, from now on, we need to set some goals. If we go aimless, no goals in our mind, then we will just go with the flow and come back, but we will not achieve as much as we could have achieved. So let's set some goals. And you know, I normally share this example, how important, very, very important for every one of you, including myself, that we go with our full strength and we do not go with our weaknesses. Which means that when we go there, we don't go with the mind that I am weak, I will not be able to do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. No, mentally make yourself strong. I have seen those brothers and sisters that were mentally strong and they had a strong willpower. They outpowered, they were in their 70s and they were still able to walk for kilometers after kilometers, and brothers that were in 30s and 40s were not able to do that. So it's very important that we set our mind and inshallah, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to do this with the help and will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as far as our stay in Makkah Mukarramah is concerned, what is the most important part of Makkah Mukarramah? Tawaf is the most important thing. Tahiyyatul Masjid in any other masjid besides Baytullah is 2 rakat salat. But Tahiyyatul Masjid in Haram Sharif is basically the tawaf itself. So we need to make as many tawaf we can. I normally share an example which was my own family member and it was very inspiring for me. So I like to share this example. And it really made me feel very guilty when I met my late grandfather a couple of years ago. He was in his 90s and it was Thursday, and when I met him, I asked him, how many tawafs do you do? So he told me he did 4 tawaf that day. I'm like, where do you do those 4 tawaf? On top. Where? On the roof, 4 tawaf. Now he was about 91, 92 that time. And he used to walk himself. And then I asked him, how about going for Mina and Muzdalifah? You know what he told me? He will be going walking. To Mina, to Muzdalifah, he's going to go walking. That was amazing. Now can you imagine elderly people with that age, if they can do this much? So alhamdulillah, we all are fit. Mentally, if we are strong, inshallah we will be able to do a lot. So set yourself in such a way that we live so close to Makkah Mukarramah. We find people that live in Aziziyah. Now Aziz is about 3 kilometers from Haram Sharif. They come to Haram Sharif and spend hours and hours. So they will come for Asr. In their turban they will tie some bread, and that bread and Zamzam is the only thing they eat, and they stay there and they take maximum opportunity. Now people like me and you who are living so close to Haram, we go for one salat, it takes us 45 minutes to get inside and it takes us 45 minutes to come out. Now we will use that 45 minutes to get inside and outside just to come in and out. But we are not utilizing the time that we should be utilizing. So inshallah, when we go, couple of things. When you go over there, inshallah, let's make a goal that every day, inshallah, I will do 2 tawafs, minimum. Everyone can do this. We will do 2 tawafs a day, inshallah. When you go there, remember each salat that you pray, each salat, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, is 100,000 times more than the salat that you pray here. My respected brothers and sisters, you are good at mathematics. You have phones with you. Calculate how many years will it take for you to make up one salah. How many years will it take you in Toronto to make up one salah of Haram Sharif? Just imagine. Each salah in Haram Sharif is so valuable that it will take you years and years to be in Toronto to make up that salah. Never lose that opportunity. You don't know what opportunity you will be getting when you're going there. It's your lifetime opportunity. Food doesn't mean anything to us. You know, what it means is ibadah and worship. That is what it means. That is why we're going there. So my dear friends, we need to make sure that we program ourselves when you get there, that everything will revolve around my schedule. I need to pray my salah, I need to make tawaf, I need to spend my time making dua. Now dua, this is also very important. We're having some technical problem here. So dua, one of the biggest problem I've noticed that people don't know how to make dua. So just like how we pray salah, I'm sure in your life you learn how to pray salah. Right now, me and you are sitting here, we're learning how to do Hajj. You did a lot of reading on that. In a similar way, we need to learn du'as. There are hundreds and hundreds of du'as in ahadith that Prophet ﷺ made. But simply because we never learned the du'as, we're not able to make the du'as. So it's very important that we learn how to make dua. And how do we learn how to make dua? Obviously, we don't have much time. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell you few kitabs. One kitab is called Al-Hizb Al-A'zam. Mullah Ali Qari rahmatullahi alayhi has compiled most of the du'as from ahadith, from various ahadith, from all ahadith kitabs. He's compiled a book called Al-Hizb Al-A'zam. You'll get a PDF as well, and you can keep a physical copy with you, and it's got all the du'as in it. So now, if you don't know how to make dua, most likely you will be sitting in the Kaaba and you don't know what to do except to play with your phone. Texting people, WhatsApping people, taking selfies. That's what people do there. But if you know how to make dua, you'll be busy doing something. And you're not going to be using cell phone to pass time. So again, get this kitab here, Munajat Maqbool, many other kitabs, and start to practice du'as and how to make dua from now, so that when you go there, you know exactly what du'as to make. Otherwise, the only dua that we will be making is whatever few things that we have of this world in mind, we'll be asking for that, and we will be relying on a scholar to make dua, a collective dua. But the dua, the best dua is the dua that comes out from our heart, and we are begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for that, obviously, we need to make sure that we learn how to make dua. So make sure we get that kitab, and we start to practice, and we start to read dua. Make a target that inshallah every dua, my dua time in Haram Sharif will be not less than half an hour. Every day I'll be making dua, minimum half an hour, no distraction, no nothing. Secondly, alhamdulillah, the presentation is back, but one more last point, that from now on today, I'm sure you have started already, but every one of us, especially the sisters, we need to be physically active. We need to be physically active. It's not going to happen that when you get there, you're going to all of a sudden, you're going to be, mashallah, running, moving around. Let's get physically active from now. You know, eat healthy food, eat good food, and walk. 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, walk, run, bike. But we need to do this here. It's very, very important. Because when we're not used to, we are very comfortable with cars, and not walking big distance and long distance. But inevitably, in Makkah Mukarramah, you have to walk. Tawaf, Sa'i. When we are coming from Mina to Muzdalifah to Jamarat, you will need to walk. Walking is there. If you're not used to it, it will be difficult. So everyone needs to start every single day, take time out, and be physically active. It's good for you, it's healthy for you. And alhamdulillah, you will benefit a lot, but you should walk. Wow. And you want to join me, you can join me. Inshallah, I'm going to be going today as well. I only do about 35 to 45 kilometers every day biking. You want to join me, you can join me too. But, we should be walking every single day and to be physically active. It's very, very important. And every bit of exercise that you do, you make niyat for Hajj. And you get thawab for that. Every bit of exercise you do, your niyat will be that inshallah, by me being healthy here and physically active, inshallah, I will be able to do better ibadah and more tawaf and more ibadah in Haram Sharif. That is why I'm doing this. So all this will be reward for you as well. Let's get back to Hajj. So when we're doing Hajj, on the 7th of Dhul Hajjah, most likely at night, we will be leaving from our hotels to Mina. So the real day is the 8th, but most likely we will be leaving on the 7th. So we will have this seminar in there. So if you miss some information here and it's too much to remember, don't worry about it, because we will have a seminar and we will go through this in Makkah Mukarramah as well. So you don't need to, this is just for you to understand what's going on, but we will remind you of what to do when the Hajj days come in Makkah Mukarramah. So because we're doing Hajj Tamattu, so we will be making niyat for Hajj only. So we're not in Ihram, now we will come back in Ihram. Where do we put our Ihram on from? Your hotel, or you go to Baytullah, because your hotel is right next to Baytullah. You will go there, read 2 rakat salat, and make niyat that you are doing inni uridul hajjah, wallah, I'm doing Hajj, accept it and make it easy for me. And then say labbaik Allahumma labbaik. For Hajj Ihram, for us, because we're doing Hajj Tamattu and we'll be in Makkah Mukarramah, we do not need to go to Tan'im, we do not need to go to Masjid Aisha. We can put our Ihram on for Hajj where we are in Makkah Mukarramah. So inshallah, we will come into the state of Ihram, regardless of our situation. Meaning that if the sisters are experiencing menses, even them, they need to come. Everyone has to come into the state of Ihram, regardless. Even if we're sick, we still need to come in the state of Ihram. Everyone needs to come in the state of Ihram. And this Ihram will be Hajj Ihram. So we all get into Hajj Ihram, and then we proceed to Mina. We will go to Mina. And as we go to Mina, so this is going to be the first day of Hajj in Mina. When you're in Mina, you will be, what are we going to do in Mina? We'll be in the tents there, and we'll be praying Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and maybe if you go in night, maybe Isha Salat as well, depending on how many Salats. But normally 5 Salat are prayed: Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and the Fajr of the next, the ninth. So these are the Salat that we normally pray in Mina. What do we do in Mina? Same thing, my dear friends. We need to set goals. Then inshallah in Hajj, I will be completing one Quran. I will be doing this, I will be doing this. When you set all these goals, then inshallah you will be able to achieve them. But if you don't have any goals, you'll be in Mina and you'll be socializing and just talking here, there, and you'll be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Cell phones make things very easy for us to just talk, and we will not be able to utilize our time properly. So again, be prepared. Take your mushaf with you, take your dua kitabs with you, so we can engage ourselves in ibadah. We read talbiyah the whole time, labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Remember, we are present before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the aerial view. The entire Mina is a tent city. So this is how tents are all over. Many times we feel like my brother, my cousin, my uncle, my relative is here from Pakistan and they're not too far. Let me just go there. A lot of people have this kind of stuff in their mind. Don't try to do that. Number one, you will get lost. Because tents are very identical, you will get lost. Number two, it's waste of time. It's waste of time. Why do you need to go? Many times, I'm in Maktab number 48, and there's another Canadian Hajj group which is here. They're in Maktab number 45, which is just a 5 minutes walk. Let me go there and meet my friend. Why? Why do you need to go there? You meet in Toronto. You came to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You came to build connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Did you go all the way to Mina to meet your friends? Did you go all the way to Makkah Mukarramah to meet your relatives? No. You only went there to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that should be our primary object. I know every year people like, oh, I want to go there, I want to go there, and they waste time after time. We're not going to do this. Set our mind, I'm going to Allah. I want to meet Allah. I want to go only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is what we need to program our mind with, not to meet people there. By chance, if we meet people, our friends, alhamdulillah. But we're not going to go out of our way to meet them. So, when we're in Mina, remember, for 5 days of our Hajj, our main station and main place we're going to be staying will be Mina. That's the main station. That is where we're going to be, Mina. Logistic, what do you take with you? What you don't take with you? Obviously, you're going to take light as possible. Uncle Yunus will explain to you, and we will explain to you in more detail in Makkah Mukarramah what to take with you, so I'm not going to go into that. But you need to be very light because all the, there's a lot of things which is provided, so you don't need to take much with you. These pictures that we see here, this post that you see here, this is basically the address. So just in case when you go there and all the tents are identical and you get confused or something here. So this is the address here, these posts here, that's the address. So when you go there, you should take a picture of this here and note this down here, and this will give you the address of your location and where your tent is. So inshallah, we'll be spending the first day in Mina. We will find our allocated tents, food, everything is there. All we have to do is worship, ibadah, nothing else. The next day, we go to Arafah. So this is the 9th of Dhul Hajj. Now we go to Arafah. This is the most important day. And this is the day of Hajj. Comes in Hadith, Al-Hajj al-Arafah. Prophet ﷺ says that your Hajj is Arafah. You're present in Arafah, your Hajj is done. If you're not present in Arafah, your Hajj is not done. Many times people are sick. And they're so sick that they're not able to do Hajj. But despite that, the ambulance takes the sick people to Arafah, and they spend some time at Arafah so the Hajj can be complete. So Arafah is a very, very important day of Hajj. When you go there, logistically, I know because I have experience, Uncle Yunus also has experience, but I'm just going to mention it. Sometimes it will come to your mind, what time are we going? So what happens is the trip from Mina to Arafah, from Arafah to Muzdalifah, from Muzdalifah to Mina. This trip here is organized by our Muallim Mutawif, and he will give us the buses. So what you need to understand is, for example, we are Maktab 48, or 48. So our Maktab number is 40, office number is, our Muallim's number is 48. So under 48, we are one group of many groups. So there might be 3,000 people in that entire 48, and there might be 30 groups, and we are one of them. So obviously, the Muallim, his team's responsibility is to make sure all the brothers in Maktab Office 48 are transferred from Mina to Arafah and further. So what they do is they have a draw. All the group leaders, they have a draw. So whoever name comes first, we're very lucky, alhamdulillah. The most of the time, mashallah, Ikhlas group were always the first ones to be in Arafah and the first ones to be in Muzdalifah, alhamdulillah. So they have a draw. So based on the draw, when your name comes out, according to that, you go. So some groups are just waiting, and some groups are going before. So you don't know what's happening, inshallah you will know it's because your number is maybe number 5, number 10, number 20, whatever it may be. But we will all get to Arafah. When you get to Arafah, alhamdulillah, the tents that we have there, they're all AC. These are old tents, but they're all AC tents. This is what it looks like. It's a bit better than this. This is an old picture, but this is what you're going to be looking at inside. So Arafah is not a place where you're spending the night. You're only spending the day there. And now, when you leave Mina and you get to Arafah before Zohar, most likely you'll be getting there 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So from 9 to 12 o'clock, Zohar time, what are you going to do? Well, you will be resting there. That's a place to rest, freshen up, because the most important day of ibadah, which most important time of ibadah in Arafah is from Zuhr to Maghrib. So you want to be rested and get full rest. So this is the type of tent you will be in. You'll be resting. The good thing is, inshallah, we'll be having AC, so it makes it much easier, much comfortable, and inshallah we won't have any problem in Arafah. And when we're rested, also keep in mind that Mina, mashallah, full rest. Arafah, a little less. And then Muzdalifah, a lot more less. So, just mentally set yourself that, you want to capitalize the time that you get in Arafah, use it, don't socialize, rest here when you get there before Zuhr. After Zuhr, this is the main time. You want to take shower, whatever you need to do in Arafah, do that before Zuhr and be ready. Now at Arafah there is a mosque called Masjid Namira. Now Masjid Namira, this is where the Imam of Hajj gives the famous khutbah and people pray Dhuhr and Asr Salah together there. It's a bit difficult for us to get there. It's far from where our tents are, and the brothers that go there, every year some brothers do go there, but brothers do get lost. So the time that is spent just going there and coming back is just too much in the heat. So we highly, highly recommend that no one goes to Masjid Namira. You stay in within our tents and do ibadah there. That is what everyone does. So inshallah we'll be praying based on Hanafi fiqh. We'll be praying Dhuhr in its time and Asr in its time. And very important, you are advised not to go to Masjid Namira, as just mentioned that. And the most important part, why you should not be going to Masjid Namira or Jabal al-Rahmat. Now, why you're not supposed to be going there is because going there is easy, because you see a lot of people going there. But coming back is difficult, because when they're coming back, everyone's going all over. So going there is one direction, so it's much easier to go there, but to come back is more difficult. What do we do in Arafah? These are the things that we will be doing in Arafah. It's in your books, in your handouts as well, so I'm not going to emphasize so much, but obviously these are the basic things that we will be doing in Arafah when we are there. Again, it is a day of dua, and that is what we need to engage. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after delivering the very famous khutbah, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Jabal al-Rahmah. So Masjid Namira is on one side and Jabal al-Rahmah is on another side. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Jabal al-Rahmah, and he stayed there on his camel. And can you imagine, in the heat from Dhuhr all the way till Maghrib, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam engaged himself, humbling himself and making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now for us, 1 hour is too much in the heat. But Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there for such a long time making dua. So again, we need to practice how to make dua so we can make long dua, not 5-minute duas. We need to make a lot more long duas than 5 minutes. So again, Arafah is a day when we need to make dua. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make a list, make a huge list of dua so that you're well prepared. Mashallah, sometimes, I see brothers, they're sending me list, this dua. I see brothers, they write it down that this dua, and they go to Arafah and they're making all those duas. So be prepared that you're going to go Arafah and you'll be making lots of du'as and you'll be engaging in this ibadah here. So you'll be there till Maghrib. At Maghrib time, once again, based on our group leaders telling us when to leave, we will leave Arafah and we will go to Muzdalifah. Muzdalifah, this is the place. There's nothing there. Your bed is the ground and your roof is the sky. That's it. Your VIP, whoever you are, your real Hajj is Muzdalifah nowadays. In Arafah you get, mashallah, everything. So this is what it is. Now I need you to just understand that in Muzdalifah, you see this is the washroom. They have more washrooms now. This is an old picture. But when you go to Muzdalifah, the very first thing that you want to do is you get your sleeping bag and you make your beds. This is your bed here, and you need to put all your sleeping bags. So every bit and inch of space that you see here will be beds all over. So close to the thing as well. So close to the washroom. Huge lineups here too. So when we leave Arafah and go to Muzdalifah, I recommend everyone, this is all based on practice. So make sure we try to freshen up as much as we can in Arafah. It's much easier in Arafah. more facility in Arafah than Muzdalifah. So we don't need to use so much in Muzdalifah. They do have washrooms, but the lineups are huge. 40 minutes, 1 hour long lineups. And it's amazing too. The lineups are not like the lineups in Canada. You know, sometimes there's the lineup of one huge lineup, but as you get closer, it merges into two. It breaks up into two. So it's more confusing. You don't know where you are. So anyways, when you're in Muzdalifah, every place, so what we will be with a group, and we will stay in a group, and we'll be spreading our sleeping bags here, and inshallah we'll be spending the night here. This is the place where it gets heated, our minds get heated, excited, emotional, angry, frustrated. You know, if you really want to see if you're successful in your Hajj, no shouting, no anger, no frustration, no swearing, nothing. If you can be successful in Muzdalifah, that means you've succeeded in your Hajj. Because there will be frustration. But if you're calm, for the sake of Allah, you remain quiet, alhamdulillah. Because people get frustrated when they're looking for space, and many exchange of words, abusive words, and all that happens in Arafah, in Muzdalifah. So again, inshallah, we'll be spending our night there. And what do we do in Muzdalifah? So when we're in Muzdalifah, these are the things. So we leave, we don't pray Maghrib in Arafah. Rather, when we come to Muzdalifah, we will be praying Maghrib Salat and Isha Salat together. So how to pray? Obviously, it's in your booklet as well. That, you know, say Iqama, Adhan, Iqama, perform further the Maghrib, perform further the Isha Salat, perform Sunnah of Maghrib Salah if possible, perform Sunnah, and then Witr. So Witr is obviously very important. The Farad of Maghrib and Farad of Isha and Witr is very, very important that we have to pray there. We will spend the night there, and just before we go to sleep, we will collect stones. So there's obviously for Jamarat we need stones. So we will collect stones. It says 70, but that's only if you're spending full time, meaning you're doing the additional day. If you're not doing the additional day, meaning you're only there for 12 Dhul Hijjah, then you don't need 70 pebbles, you just need 49. Because first day is 7, the other day is 21, and the other day is 21. So 7, 21, 21 is 49. So just to be on the safe side, we just take about 50, 55, and that should be good enough. Try to help the elderly brothers, our sisters, collect pebbles for them. But in Muzdalifah will be the place that we will be collecting pebbles. And if possible, you wash them and keep them in your bag. I normally use a water bottle, but you can use whatever you want and just keep them. Don't make it doesn't need to be very big. It doesn't need to be very tiny. Size of just a bit bigger than, you know, khazaf. You know, hasful khazaf basically means in Arabic language something that you can flicker. You know, hasal khazaf in Arabic language basically means something that you can flick with the finger. That's the size the fuqaha mentioned. Now, you know, what can you flicker with your, with your finger? So not a big stone, not too small, something more than a chickpea. You know, that's the size you should try to keep with you for stones. And again, Muzdalifah. Now from Muzdalifah, inshallah, in the morning we will be doing wukuf. We'll be spending time. So in the morning, we'll be spending time in Muzdalifah. Now the sisters and the brothers are sick, they can leave early. But most of the brothers who are healthy, they should be staying in Muzdalifah, or they have to stay in Muzdalifah because it is wajib to stay till Fajr Salat. And we will be doing wukuf, just the way we did wukuf in Arafah, we will be doing wukuf in Muzdalifah as well. This is the day of Eid, the third day of Dhul Hijjah. This is the day of Eid. So the most important thing that we need to do is Rami, which is pelting the stone, Nahar, Qurbani, Halaq or Qasr. These three things are done on the 10th by everyone. Okay? And the fourth thing is Tawaf Ziyarat. Inshallah, we, with the guidance of our group leader, we also do that. So we do 4 things on the 10th. So this is the day, a very, very, very busy day. It is a day full of activities. You need a lot of energy. So make sure when you eat, whatever you eat in Muzdalifah and Arafah, you eat the right food as well. Because this is the day you need to be fit. And this is the day we may need to walk. So you may need to walk good distance. So we need to be fit for this day here. So there's a lot of things happening on this day here. Rami, Nahar, and Tawaf Ziyarat, etc. And each one, inshallah, I'll be explaining to you. This is the aerial view. Okay. So this is how it is. So basically, the Jamarats, they're quite distance apart. First one, second one, and third one. So on the first day, we will skip this one, we will skip this one, and we'll go to the third one. And 7 pebbles here to the third one. And we will miss the first 2, only the third one. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar, Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. Each time we throw, we say Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. Right? So I can't throw all 7 at once, because if I throw all 7 at once, that's only 1. It's very important. All 7 at once means only 1. So you have to do 1 at a time, 1 at a time. You can do it on behalf of yourself, and on behalf of those that were not able to make it there, you can do it on their behalf as well. So just to give you a more clear picture, this is how it used to be a long time ago. And then it was like this year, but alhamdulillah, now it's like this year. So it's much easier. It's very, very easy from any direction. It's very easy. And mashallah, old, young, everyone is able to go. Even children, they go there, no problem. One thing you need to keep in mind, when you go to Jamarat, there is no such thing as going back. When you go to Jamarat, there is no such thing as going back. You have police, you have military, you have, mashallah, you have all the personnels there, but they are very strict. Even if you drop something and you lost someone and you want to go back, you can't go back. You got to keep on going ahead. That's why it's very important that we stay with the group and we don't go too ahead, because you will not be able to go back. And try to travel light so that you don't drop something and you hurt someone. So inshallah, we'll be walking there. There's no transportation to Jamarat, so we have to walk there from Muzdalifah. So first day will be this one here, and will be Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. So when we throw it, we should hit this wall here, and it will bounce here somewhere. So it's a huge circle. All he has to do is hit this and fall into the circle. It's very, very easy. Inshallah, you won't have any problem. And just say, every time we say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, you can read Allahumma ja'alahu hajja mabrura sa'im. But minimum is, also we need to keep in mind that we will be saying Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik until the first throw. As soon as we do the first throw on the first day, we stop Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. It finishes. No more Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Then we do Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. Takbir al-Tashriq begins after that. So your Labbaik, Talbiyah will stop. The first throw that you make, at that time it will stop. No more Labbaik after that. You'll be saying Takbir al-Tashriq after that. Now, once this is done, then the second most important part is obviously Qurbani. Alhamdulillah, we have a very good management, and they will be looking after our Qurbani, and they will be doing, slaughtering an animal for us. So, mashallah, it's amazing the way they do it. As soon as we get the confirmation that the brothers have finished their Jamarat, then brothers will start to slaughter our animals. So by the time we go to Makkah Mukarramah, so what's going to happen is, we're not going to go back to Mina. This one is telling us to go back to Mina, but in our case, we will go to Makkah, to our hotel. And in the meantime, as we are going to Makkah Mukarramah, there might be a little bit of delay, but hopefully, when we get to Makkah Mukarramah by our hotel, we will get the news that our Qurbani is done. So when our Qurbani is done, then obviously we will be doing, this is Qurbani. When the Qurbani is done, when we get this message, then we will be shaving our hair. So obviously, Prophet ﷺ made dua of forgiveness 3 times for muhalliqeen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentions muhalliqeen wal muqassireen. So muhalliqeen comes first, meaning the people that shave. So try to shave at least once. If you're not used to shaving, there's nothing wrong. Don't worry, you're doing it for the sake of Allah, and you want to get maximum reward. So if you don't do it for Umrah, at least do it for Hajj and shave. For Hajj. And the narration of Sahih Bukhari also indicates that that's how it was done by the Sahabas as well. Some of the Sahabas, they didn't do qasr, halaq in Umrah, but they did it in Hajj. Obviously, Prophet ﷺ was doing Qiran, so he didn't shave at all in Umrah. Tawaf ziyarah. So once we get the confirmation that our halaq and qasr is done, so now we will take a shower and we will come out from ihram. So everything becomes halal for us except relationship with our partner. So what this means is I can put my normal clothes on and I can take a shower, put perfume, I can do everything. So once I have done, once I'm free, and then after that, inshallah, we go to Haram Sharif and make tawaf. So it's very easy, and it will be much easier once we come out from ihram to do tawaf ziyarat, because we will be in our normal clothes and we'll be freshened up by taking a shower as well. So inshallah, tawaf ziyarat on the first day will be very easy. Some people, they say that making tawaf ziyarat on the third day or second day, 11th and 12th, is easier. From our experience, the most easiest day to make tawaf ziyarat is actually the first day. And not last year, the year before, I counted my minutes. The fastest tawaf ziyarat I've done, or it was 17 minutes. And that's how easy it was. Right? So it is easy on the first day. So inshallah, we will do tawaf ziyarat on the first day. After that, inshallah, we'll go back to our hotel. Our group leader will tell us we will spend our nights in Mina, because the 5 days of Hajj is supposed to be in Mina. So we'll go back to Mina and spend our time in Mina, and we'll inshallah organize that. Now after that, what happens is when we stay in Mina day 4, what are we doing there? There's nothing to do. Alhamdulillah, most of the work is done. The only thing is 11th and 12th, we need to do jamarat, ramyul jamarat, pelting the stones, right? We say shaitan all the time, but in ahadith, we don't really find that, pelt the shaitan. It doesn't say ramyul shaitan, it says ramyul jamarat, right? That's why I like to use the word jamarat more, and ramyul jamarat as opposed to shaitan. What had happened is basically shaitan was spotted in those places. But ahadith perspective, we learned that it's called ramyul jamarat. That's how I'm using the word more. I know in Pakistan or Indian context, shaitan, pelt the shaitan, and some people go crazy. Literally, they feel that. I know some people actually throw stones, shoes, and different things because they feel that wall itself is shaitan. So that's why I say ramyul jamarat. Anyways, so on the third day, obviously, the small, medium, and large. So we have to do 7 times here, 7 times here, 7 times here. So what we do is, after the first one, we will face the Qibla. And when we face the Qibla, we make dua. It's a moment of acceptance. This is an amazing moment. Like for example, if you were to go now, and you go to Jamarat, nothing, no ibadah. Ibadah is only at that particular time. So if you were to go right now, in fact, when you go for Hajj, we will go for ziyarah. We will go for visitation to Mina. And you will be seeing Jamarat. But even if you throw 1,000 stones, you won't get one single reward. You won't get any reward. There's nothing there. But at that particular time, Allahu Akbar, the reward is amazing, amazing. So that dua is a dua you can only make at that time. You go now and make dua, you can't make any dua there. So that is a very special moment to make dua. After Jamarat, the first one, the second one, and the third one, no dua. We just return back to Mina as a group. Inshallah, we'll go to with a group and we'll return back. The fifth, obviously, this is the day we do exactly the same thing. We, 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, and the first one we face the Qibla and make dua. The second one we face the Qibla and make dua. The third one we don't need make dua. We just proceed to Makkah Mukarramah. So this is basically just the summary of how we do Jamarat. And after that, the only thing that's left is Tawaf al-Wida. So this 6th day, we normally don't come back, we leave, most of us. So I'm not going to go into the detail of that. But when you go to Makkah Mukarramah, we will be doing Tawaf al-Wida. So once Tawaf al-Wida is done, sisters that are experiencing menses, they don't need to do Tawaf al-Wida. But brothers, they have to do Tawaf al-Wida. Couple of things we need to keep in mind as Tawaf al-Wida is concerned. Tawaf al-Wida, basically, One tawaf, after tawaf is ziyarat. So let's say for some reason you were not able to do tawaf, and you did one tawaf after tawaf ziyarat. That tawaf will be sufficient and suffice as tawaf wida. The most ideal way to make tawaf wida is the last thing that you do before leaving Makkah Mukarramah. But because of logistics, because of buses, because of other difficulties, you may not be able to. So at least one tawaf after tawaf is ziyarat, we should do that. So for some reason something happens to us and we are not able to make tawaf after that, at least that tawaf will become tawaf wida for us. So again, this is basically the nutshell. I'm just briefly, I'm not going to go so much into detail because I know Brother Yunus also wants to, okay. 12 o'clock, right? 1 o'clock we have to wrap up? Yeah, you have so much. Okay, this is, you can look at the slides. So this basically has all the visiting places in Makkah Mukarramah, Muqari, Hira and all that. You can look at in Medina Munawwara all the different places. I don't have time to go into this here, but this is how it is and how you make ziyarah. Yeah, it's going to take time, I guess. So Brother Yunus, I think you can come. Inshallah, it's 12 o'clock. I didn't see the time. 1 o'clock we're going to have to wrap it up. So you have lots of logistical stuff.
Jazakallah khair, Mufti Ibrahim Sahib. You've given us an in-depth of the performance of Umrah and Hajj. I hope everybody understands and is aware of what is required, how to perform. At the end of the seminar, we'll give you a questionnaire and make sure that everybody passes with 70% at least. If not, you'll have to revisit Mufti Sahib and get a second course. And that will be costly. Anyway, that was the requirement of Hajj as far as the fiqh is concerned. Now I will go over the logistics of what to take, what to do, how to do things, what not to do. And I would like to request right off the offset that please note and give us your full cooperation in regards to all this logistics that I'm going to be explaining. मुफ्ती साहब ने हज के लिए जो भी फ़िक़ही मसाइल है, रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, वो आपको तफसीली बता दी है। और अब मैं आपको दौरान हज हमारे सफ़र में किस तरह जाना है, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, कब करना है, उसके सिलसिले में बताऊंगा। और मैं आपसे गुजारिश करूंगा कि इसमें आप हमारा पूरा ताउन करें। हमें बहुत सी मरतबा ये चीज़ें करनी पड़ती है ताकि जो है तो हमारे हज के जर्नी में सहूलत हो, सब आसानी से हज कर सकें और सब जो है तो उसके ऊपर तैयार हो। It is not necessary that we discriminate against anybody, but that is how we need to do in order to keep the group together and make sure everything is functioned as smoothly as possible. Should you have any concern, any questions, feel free to contact one of us and inshallah we'll try to resolve it. Jazakumullah khairah. Now, at this point in junction, we all are ready to depart for Hajj. You have made the decision, you have made the arrangement, you have paid up your cost of the journey, you have submitted your passport and everything. And incidentally, if there is anyone who has outstanding payments, please see Sohaib Bhai or Bilal Bhai before you leave and make sure you understand what it is that's outstanding and how it should be paid off, inshallah ta'ala. I will touch a little on the things that I have come to know from associations with people like Mufti Saab and Qari Namullah and other scholars in between. I am not an alim, I'm not a scholar, and all I'll give you is from the knowledge, from what I've learned. If there is any question or clarification, please seek it from Mufti Sahib. First and foremost, I would say that you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity to perform Hajj, to visit his house in Mecca and do the requirements of Hajj. From what I've heard the scholars as that, and we have seen it, that no one goes to the Holy Land either on their strength, on their might, on their position, or on their status in society. It is only those people who are chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gets the opportunity to visit the house of Allah. And for that we should be thankful, and we should use each and every moment to the fullest that we can. There will be moments to do other things, but please concentrate on where we are going, why we are going, and what we need to do. You've seen in the time of on the Christmas and New Year's, when there's a Boxing Day, people line up from 3 in the morning just to get a few bucks off the thing that they need. And here you are spending so much money, so much time, leaving your family behind, leaving your children behind, and you're going on a journey. And if you don't get the utmost that you should get it, then it's a little lost on your side. As Mufti Sahib has said, every namaz, every salat in the Haram Sharif in Makkah carries 100,000 reward, maybe more. Every namaz in Medina Munawwara carries 50,000 rewards. So if you need to do it properly, spend some time, sacrifice a little time. It will be very hot right now, and Zohar Salat will be a challenge to everyone. You don't want to leave the hotel, the air-conditioned room. You perform your Salat in the masjid. Imagine that you spend all this money, you're going there. Just think of yourself as you are standing in Maidan-e-Hashr, the heat and the intensity that will be there. If you sacrifice a few minutes here, inshallah, Allah will make it easy over there. After today, pray 2 rakats shukrana, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray 2 rakats salatul tawbah, and repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the mistakes, all the shortcomings that we had. And settle each and everything that you need to settle between your friends, families, whoever it is, if there's any outstanding. Start performing your salat, regular salat. Try and perform it with the jamaat in the masjid as much as possible. Start your zikrs and make it a habit of performing tahajjud every night, because this is the most important, beloved salat of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it carries a lot of rewards and it carries a lot of acceptance for the du'as. And try to make it a habit, especially in this journey. From this moment that you have taken your decision to 40 days after you come back, you are in the state of that Allah will accept all your du'as. So make use of that and make as much du'a as possible. And as I've said, inshallah, we will all be with you all the way throughout the journey. Please make use of us for any questions, comment, clarification, especially Mufti Sahib. All right, now, when you are ready on the day of departure, try to get up early, take your ghusl, freshen up, clean up yourself, cut your nails, and etc. And then put on your comfortable clothes for the journey. Make sure everything, double check everything is in order. All the luggages, all the tags. Incidentally, we'll be giving you a kit. We'll go over the kit a little later, but the kit will have tags that you will put on your luggage. Please make sure you put that on each and every luggage that you will be carrying, hand carry over, the big luggage, including the backpack that we'll be giving it to you, because it's very important that the tag is there so that you can recognize the luggage when you are in Jeddah. that if there is any loss, then they can trace it back. And in Mina, Muzdalifah, where you will be having the sleeping bag, everybody's got the same sleeping bag, same backpack. So it's a question of getting confusion. So if your tag is there, then you know you can read it, that who it belongs to, and you can direct it to the right person. You will require a set of ihram, which will be in your kit for everyone. And I would suggest that get an extra set of ihram just in case you need to change it. So the additional ihram, you can buy it outside. They have available. It'll be at $25, but it'll be a good investment so that you have an extra piece just in case. For ladies, there is no requirement for ihram except the clothes that they are wearing. So set aside a pair of clothes that you will be wearing for your ihram, both for Umrah as well as Hajj. And make sure this ihram and the slipper that you need to put on for ihram is in your hand carry-on bag. ये बहुत important है कि आप अपना जो है तो ihram आपके हाथ के carry-on में होना चाहिए, इसलिए कि आप ihram में रास्ते में आएंगे और उस वक्त आपके पास बड़ी लगेज नहीं होगी. बहुत से मर्तबा हमारे साथ ऐसे होता है कि लोग आते हैं और कहते हैं कि मेरा ihram तो बैग में था, वो तो चेक इन हो गया. तो उस वक्त जो है तो मुसीबत का सामना करता पड़ता है, किसी और को कहना पड़ता है कि भाई आपका ihram आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा है तो हमें दे दो, और वो सारी मसले हो जाते हैं. इसलिए मेक श्योर आपका ihram जो है तो आपके हाथ के कैरी ऑन में हो. और स्लीपर्स जो आप ihram में पहनने वाले हैं वो स्लीपर्स भी इंशाल्लाह. उसके साथ जो है तो if you are taking any medicine, please make sure you've got the right medicine, the right amount of medicine for your journey, and take it in your handbag, in your carry-on bag, so that it is with you. Any books, the Qurans, any things that you read continuously or in the habit of, you are prescribed by one of your sheikh that you are following, please take it with you in your handbag, in your carry-on bag. Money. Money is a very important thing that you should have. While in the Saudi Arabia, you have opportunity to exchange your money at different locations in the city. Please take either US dollars or Canadian dollars in higher denominations if possible, $50, $100. I prefer Canadian dollar because you need to go into the exchange for American dollar, and it fluctuates. But in Saudi Arabia, for $1 US, the rate is either 3.73 to 3.75 all these years. It never fluctuates more than that. Canadian dollar, it fluctuates. The last time in Ramadan, it was 2.83. So it fluctuates according to the daily rate, and the rate changes every day. But you can easily change it. Don't take any traveler's check or stuff like that, because it's very difficult to exchange traveler's checks or anything other than cash. Credit cards, there are places in Saudi Arabia that uses credit card. You can take it as a backup just in case that you need to use it and if it is permissible. A lot of the shops in Saudi Arabia, they do say that we accept Visa, MasterCard, but when you go there, they direct you to the machine, say go and withdraw cash from there, and then come back and pay us because it's not working onto us. So in that case, you lose more because of the exchange rate plus the service charge that you will be rendering. So take as much money as you need in Canadian dollars or US dollars. Clothings, try and keep as light as possible. जितना हो सके आप अपना सामान कम रखें, इसलिए कि आपको अपने सामान की जिम्मेदारी रखनी है. आपको जो है तो होटल में उसका जो है तो जगह करनी है, इसलिए जितना हो सके कम रखें ताकि आपको जो है तो दुश्वारी ना हो. आप अपने कपड़े लाइट रखें, बहुत ज़्यादा डार्क कपड़े लेने की कोशिश न करें. Don't take too dark clothes because it's hot there during the sun, it absorbs heat. So keep it light as much as possible and keep as few of your set as possible. Your toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, creams, Vaseline if you are using, or if you need to use it, take it with you, take it in the hand luggage. One caution about the soap is, as Mufti Sahib has said, during the ihram, you are not supposed to use any scented soaps. And this is the biggest complaint we get every year, that after we come to the hotel, people are so tired, they go into the washroom, they take a shower, and they are used to soap, so they take a shower with the soap, and then they come down, Mufti Sahib, Yunus Bhai, I went in there, I used the soap. So in Hajj, every mistake has got a consequences. You can't just go and say, Ya Allah maaf kar do, and it's gone. Allah maaf karega, लेकिन उसके साथ कुछ हज में शराइत भी है कि आपको जो है तो सदका देना है, या बहुत ज़्यादा हो तो दम देना है. तो वो आप मुफ्ती साहब से राब्ता करें, मुफ्ती साहब आपको बताएगा कि ये दम आएगा या फिर सदका से चलेगा. मुझे या शोएब भाई को बोलेंगे तो हम तो कहेंगे इस दम के साथ एक दमे हमदम भी लगता है, जो आपको जो है तो कनाडा आने के बाद हम सबको बुला के जो है तो उसमें आपको खिलाना होता है. यहाँ से when you come, after you've packed and you're ready, come to the airport at least more than 3 hours in advance, 4 hours if possible. After coming to the airport, make sure you line up, you do your check-in, make sure the luggage is checked and tagged to Jeddah instead of to the stopover place. Sometimes it does happen, so make sure your luggage is checked all the way to Jeddah. Of smartphones and the big phones, so it'll be a good idea if you can take a picture of the luggage so that you have it with you. In case of lost, it's easy to describe to the person that this is what we are missing. So you take that, and incidentally also take photocopies of your passport, your visa, and your meningitis and stuff like that, so that you have the picture with you in your phone. And phone, you can take it, make sure your phone is unlocked. You can use it in Saudi Arabia. You get chips there, you can buy it. It costs you 25 riyals, and it's got a 20 riyal load inside. And you can get it in a lot of the places now in Makkah and Medina and in Jeddah. Please don't waste time at the airport, because it's a very important time. We need to cut short as much as possible. So once you are in Makkah, but you need the copy of your visa. So you take that copy of your visa. Without that, they will not issue you SIM card. And you also need to give your thumbprint, fingerprint to get the SIM card. So that is a caution, inshallah. Once we are gone with the check-in, please wait. Make sure we all gather, and inshallah we'll have a collective dua. And after dua, we go through the security, we go to the gate, board the plane as our turn comes. And then when we are at the stopover, wherever it may be, Frankfurt, Madrid, Munich, whichever it is, and that's where we will put the ihram. So before you leave home, you take a shower, and before you leave, make sure you pray 2 rakat salats with the intention of putting for the ihram, because it is possible that according to the arrival and departure time, you may not have time to pray the 2 rakats in the stopover airport. So just pray that 2 rakats, and once you are at the airport, as you are off the plane, please try and move as quickly as possible and go to the respective gates. You will need whatever mode that you have to go. Consult the staff at the gate to make sure you have the right gate, and please proceed as fast as you can. Go to the gate, make sure you have the boarding card, you are ready, and then put your stuff, the luggage, go to the washroom if it is available, if it is convenient, finish yourself, make wuzu. If there is time, then you can pray the 2 rakat salats there. If not, then just put your ihram and be ready to board the plane. Please do not make the intention at this point. एहराम के लिए आप कपड़े तब्दील कर लें, जहाँ भी स्टॉप हुआ हो वहाँ आप जो है तो फारिग हो जाएं, वज़ू कर लें। अगर आपके पास वक्त है और आप कन्वीनियंटली 2 रकात पढ़ सकते हैं तो पढ़ लें, वरना जो है तो आप वो एहराम के कपड़े में प्लेन पे बोर्ड हो जाएं। उस वक्त आप नियत ना करें, इसलिए कि बहुत से मरतबा होता है कि प्लेन आगे पीछे हो सकता है, कैंसिल हो सकता है। अगर आपने नियत कर ली तो फिर आप एहराम में आ जाएंगे और आपको जो है तो एहराम के जो भी शराइत हो वो लागू पड़ जाएंगे। If you have made the intention before the departure of the flight, then sometimes it does happen that the flight gets delayed or it gets cancelled or it moves to the next day. In that case, once you are in the state of ihram, all the requirements of ihram are on to you. So in order to safeguard that, we say that once the plane takes off, then you make the niyat, and the niyat we all will be making is for umrah. Please do not make niyat for hajj, because if you make a niyat of hajj, then you will stay in ihram till the 10th of Zul-Hijjah. Once you've finished with that, you will board the second flight and you'll arrive in Jeddah. Once you arrive in Jeddah, you will get off the plane. They will take you in buses to an area which will be strictly reserved for that flight. You will all assemble there. आप जिद्दा आने के बाद जो है तो आपको प्लेन में से निकल के आपको एक जगह ले जाएंगे जहाँ सबको बैठाएंगे और अपने बारी की राह देखेंगे, और उस वक्त जो है तो हम साथ होंगे सब, और वहाँ से फिर आपको इमिग्रेशन में ले जाएंगे. They'll take you to immigration, finish the process, and after finishing the immigration you will go get into the luggage area where your luggage will be waiting. Please make sure you pick up your luggage. All your luggage are in order. If by chance your luggage is not there, it is your responsibility to make sure you notify the person they're responsible and get a claim sheet or claim piece of paper. For that, it's very important that you have the tag on there, and on the tag, please put the name of the hotel in Makkah, whichever it is that you will be told, and also a phone number. There will be some phone numbers given to you, or you can put down my phone number. It will be 050-726-6926. It's in the booklet and itinerary as well. Don't worry, it's in the booklet. So after you come out of the luggage, you will go through the screening, and when you come out of the screening, on the other side there will be people waiting to take your luggage. At that point, give them the big luggage and keep your carry-on with you and all your valuables with you. They will take the luggage, put it in the trolley, and take it to a waiting area which will be assigned for us, for our group. We will all follow them, stay outside, let the luggage go. We'll get as a group. The group leaders will take you. If it is taking long for other people, then we'll take you a few at a time till the last person is there and we get to the waiting area. At the waiting area, it's very important that you stay together and stay there. Make sure your luggage arrives at that point. Your luggage that was taken arrives at that point. Make sure your luggage is there and wait for the further instructions. If you have to move, if you have to go for washroom or anything, please let your group leader know, because it's very time consuming if the people come from the muallims, muassasas that, okay, let's go, ready, we are taking you, and some of them is not, they are missing, we don't know where they are, and the whole group gets delayed. We want to move as fast as possible, as quickly as possible. So you stay there. Your group leader will take your passport. When he takes the passport, please make sure your vaccination card is with you. Don't give it to him. If you are on PR, please keep your PR card with you. Don't give it to him. Give him the passport. He'll make the arrangement. When the bus is ready, we'll call you. We'll proceed to the bus. board the bus, and inshallah, now we are on our way to Mecca. Whatever logistics is required along the way, we'll either stop at the Muallim's place, no, we'll stop at the Istiqbal, no, whatever it is, we'll bring you to the hotel in Mecca. When we board the bus, please make sure your luggage goes onto the bus. You see the luggage being loaded from the trolley onto the bus, because a lot of the times some luggages get missed at this point. And if you lose it at this point, then forget it. You won't see it unless there is a miracle and Allah makes it easy for you, inshallah. So please make sure your luggage is on the bus. You sit on the bus and the bus will come to the hotel. Arriving at the hotel, get off the bus, collect all your belongings that are there in the bus. Make sure your luggage comes down and gets into the hotel. You have to make sure that your luggage comes from the bus into the hotel. Now here, we ask you to exercise patience, patience, and patience, because we know it's a long journey. You've been up, you're in the ihram, you are frustrated, and you want to get to the room as quickly as possible. And that's the time everybody is on the group leader. Which room? What room? Where am I going? Where's my keys? So we try to have patience. We will try and minimize the time inconvenience as much as possible within our powers, and we'll get you going into your room as quickly as possible. The rooms, inshallah, will be assigned to you. Those who have private rooms will be private rooms. Those with the big families, 4 or 5, they will get a room. Everyone will know their room, inshallah ta'ala. The rest, we have men's and ladies' separate rooms, and there will be 4 to a room. If you see someone, or if there's someone that you know and you want to be with him in the room in Mecca and Medina, we request that please send an email to us. We will try and make every effort possible to make sure that we get you as you wish. But sometimes it is not possible because of the room, the number of people, the number of men, ladies. We have to adjust everybody. So we will take into consideration, but we don't promise you that 100% we will fill it. And for that, I would like to apologize right in the front if we can't do it. But inshallah, we will do everything that in our power to do it. In Mecca, you will have your room. You go up there. Before you go to the room, the group leader will advise you that when will we go for Umrah at the convenient time, and we'll set up a time, and we request that whatever time is set, please come down into the lobby at the right time, because it's not good that you come late, somebody's waiting, somebody comes early. Oh, so we want to be there. We'll wait for a few minutes and then we'll move as a group. If there is somebody who knows how to do Umrah, who has done the Umrah, who wants to do the Umrah on their own, please notify the group leader so that they don't wait for you. We'll go through the process that Mufti Sahib has explained in the lobby to explain it to you, what will be required for your Umrah as we go and come back and what it is. Inshallah, we will have the guidance to you at the thing. Also very important that on the Toronto airport, you will be given identification badges. We request you for all the group activities, please make sure you wear your badge. And even in Mecca and Medina, please make it a habit of wearing that badge so that we can identify who our passengers are. A lot of the people we don't know, we haven't seen him before today. So it's very difficult to identify our Hujjaj in a group where there are a lot of other people. So please make it a habit of wearing the badge all the time. Shoaib Bhai has also made arrangement this year to give scarves for the ladies. Please make it a habit of wearing that scarf whenever we have a group activity so that we can identify who are the ladies in our group. Number 4. In the Haram Sharif, when we go to the Haram Sharif, try and take as little as possible. You will be having a bag with a shoe bag. Please take that, or whatever bag is convenient for you. You take it with you and make it a habit that every time you go into the Haram, you take your slippers, shoes, sandals, whatever you are wearing, put that in the bag and carry it with you. Because a lot of the time, you go in one gate, you come out the other gate, there is no facility to put the shoes anywhere. Now, if you put it somewhere, if the cleaners come and they find that it's unclean and everything is lying there, they just take everything, dump it outside. So please take your slippers, keep it with you all the time in the bag and carry it with you. Please try and not take any valuables with you. Alhamdulillah, it is the most holiest place in earth. People come there to pray and seek forgiveness from Allah. But there are also people who come, unfortunately, with bad intentions. And especially for ladies, I would request that if you take your bags, keep it with you, because there are instances that the bags are stolen. If you go in and you leave your bag on the side and you are praying, you go into the sajda, you come out and your bag is gone. So please try and safeguard your belt. Don't carry anything valuable, no more money than you need to be, which is very little. If you're going to shopping, then take the money, go shopping, come back, leave everything in the hotel, and then go into the masjid. There are a lot of people, even last year, one of our group members lost $500. He had it in his pocket, the pocket was ripped, and the money was gone. So please try and safeguard it. It is for our own benefit. After we've gone through the Umrah process, then your stay in Mecca will be till the 7th of Zul-Hijjah. On the 7th of Zul-Hijjah, we will be moving, time permitting, and according to the instructions from the Muallim, we will be moving to Mina. So up till that time, you have a time. Please make use of that time. Do as much tawaf as possible. As Mufti Sahib has said, tawaf is the only ibadat that you can do in Makkah Mukarramah. You can't do any other places. The tawaf is the best ibadat that you can do. I know when we go, the families say, bring for me this, bring for me that. I want to bring something for my family. I want to bring some clothes. I want to bring some jabbas. Yes, that's all good. But the best thing you can do as a gift to any of your family members, living or deceased, is perform tawaf on their behalf. Try and do as much tawaf as possible. Try and adjust to a time. For ladies, I would request that you go as a group, try and go as a group, set up a time. Late nights are especially very good. Before tahajjud time, it's the time that people are not there. It'll be very crowded either way, but those are the times that are good. After Zohar in the heat, that will be a good time as well, if you can bear the heat and sacrifice some time. Try and do as much tawaf as possible. Before you go from here, set up a target that I will do 1 khatam in Makkah, 1 khatam in Medina, or more if you can. Try and set up a goal for tawaf. I can do, like Mufti Sahib said, 3 tawafs, 2 tawafs, 1 tawaf, whatever you want to do it in that time. And try to be consistent. You know, it's unless it's some emergency or something that makes you feel sick or whatever. Otherwise, try and sacrifice some time and make as much tawaf as possible, as much nafil as possible. I've been told by scholars that there are 3 things that give you thawab, that keeps like a meter going, even if you are sitting there. One of them is looking at the Kaaba. If you are not praying, if for any reason or whatever, if you just sit and look at Kaaba, it'll keep giving you the sawab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The rahmat that sends on Haram Sharif, 60% of the rahmat is for those who are doing tawaf, 40% is for those who are praying, and 20% is for those who are just sitting there looking at the Kaaba. So if you're just too tired, you don't want to do tawaf, just sit and look at the Kaaba. Try and read Quran, try and spend as much time as possible in the Haram Sharif. It will be the most beneficial to you. In the hotel, we've got arrangement for breakfast and dinner. There will be times posted on there. Please stick to the time so that people get ample time to prepare and clean up and get some rest as well, because they need some rest as well. We ask you not to bring any guest, family or friend from outside into the room, especially if you are sharing the room with somebody, because they might want to take a rest and you are sitting there with your guest talking over, disturbing others. So we request that please do not bring any guest from outside into your room. Please also do not bring any guest for lunch or for breakfast or dinner, because we have a whole group. We need to get moving. There will be limited space. You are there with 2-3 guests. There are other people, our Hujjaj, waiting to get served, and it's not just convenient. And besides, we have a large group that will be there, and if everybody brings one guest, it will be 100 extra people, and there is not enough food in there that we prepare for that many people. So if you do have some very important people, please talk to Suhaib Bhai, and if it is convenient, we'll tell you. Otherwise, we request that you don't bring any visitors or anyone for the food. Any issues in the room with the air condition or sanitary or washroom, anything, please talk to the person at the counter and ask him to fix it. If he doesn't fix it in time, then contact one of the group leaders. If not, then contact Shoaib Bhai as a last resort. But alhamdulillah, we will make sure that you don't need to get to that. The people at the counter are very good, very cooperative, and inshallah your problem will be solved as soon as possible. In the room there is an AC. If you are sharing with somebody, then it's a question of somebody wants heat, somebody wants cold, somebody don't want the AC, somebody wants the fan. So try and work with the group, try and work with with the person that you are sharing with, and come to a consensus and make sure everybody is comfortable and everybody is also looked after. We don't want any harsh ill feelings between you and your companion, not in this journey. Please try to be tolerant. The more sabr you make, the more reward you will get, inshallah ta'ala. When you leave the room, the last person to leave the room, please leave the keys at the counter, and the first person to come can take the keys and go into the room. It has happened in the past that people unintentionally take the key with them when they go out, and there's another people who comes in who wants to go into the room, and the room is locked. So please be considerate on that. We, over the past years, have made arrangement with a laundry guy that he comes in every day after Isha and takes your laundry, cleans it, and brings it back the next day. We deal with him, make our deal with him, and give the best rate that we can, much better than outside. But this is between you and him. Your clothes are his responsibility, and you are responsible for your own clothes. We just make it as a conveniency to you. Wheelchair. If we have someone who needs a wheelchair, then please make sure you can either take the wheelchair from here, or it is very convenient to buy it there at a reasonable cost. I think it's 200, 300, something like that. Yeah, 200, 300 riyals. And what you can also do is you can use it while you are in the journey, and when you are done, before you come back, you think you don't need it to bring it back, you can donate it into the haram, and it will be as a sawab-e jariyah for you. But it is easily and readily available there. For tawaf, You can have someone take you on wheelchair. You'll have to go to, I think, the second floor. That's the only point you will be allowed. But recent years, they have added an extra facility. On the mezzanine floor, you can go to the mezzanine floor, and for 50 riyals, they give you an electric chair that you can use it. Up to 2 years ago, it was only for sa'i. And in that area, only those electric chairs are allowed with one person who is accompanying them. No other crowd. It's very easy, convenient, and it's very easy to operate. So you can pay 50 riyals, get that. But now last year, I've seen that they've also made arrangement that you can go out onto the roof with it and do the tawaf. So you can take it, do the tawaf, come back, do the sa'i, and return it back. It costs you 50 riyals. But if you need somebody to take you, you don't have anyone, then arrangement could be made from the hotel. Please consult one of us, and inshallah we'll try and see if we can make arrangement at a cost. For the 5 days of Hajj, the past few years, we've also been able to make arrangement for Hujjaj who are disabled, who needs to use the wheelchair, that we have a designated person with a wheelchair that will stay with you all the 5 days, including Tawaf-e-Ziyarat and Sa'i. And it'll cost you approximately around 1,000 to 1,100 riyals. Please, dollars, yeah. 1,000 to 1,100 riyals. It'll be a designated, 1,000 to 1,100 Canadian dollars. And for that, please email us that you need a wheelchair, your name, your group number, or contact Sohaib when you are there, and inshallah we'll make that arrangement. And believe me, it's a very good investment, because the 5 days of Hajj are really tough, especially if you have to manage yourself and manage a wheelchair for somebody. This way, you are free, the person takes full control, and he's with the group, you are with the group, he takes you back and forth, and he stays with you all the 5 days. To go to Mina, Arafah, this is the time that we always request people to take as little as possible that they can carry. But every year, we find that people bring in the carry-on, big bags, and it is a struggle, because you are in the state of Ihram, everybody is in the state of Ihram, it's so crowded, it's a rush to go here, go there, Mina, Arafat, and you have to tag along all that. You have to go Rami, Jamarat, you have to come back, walk in, and it's a real nuisance. But this year, alhamdulillah, Shoaib, what he's done is, the kits that he made it into a backpack. And we would like to strictly request, comment, and enforce to everybody that please do not take anything other than this backpack. You don't need much in Mina, Arafat, because for Arafat and Muzdalifah, we will provide you with sleeping bags. So that is also, one less thing that you'll have to worry. So you will be provided sleeping bags in Arafat. You bring it with you to Muzdalifah. If you like it so much and you want to keep it as a souvenir, be our guest, bring it to Canada, bring it to Makkah, bring it to Medina. And if you don't want to, you can leave it in Muzdalifah, and it is not a loss. So please make sure, yes. But what we would recommend is take at least 1 or 2 sheets, a thin sheets, bed sheet type of thing that you can put on if it needs to be, or you can put it down on the ground if it needs to be. So just take those 2. And even those 2, try and take something that if it needs to be, you can discard it in Muzdalifah. Also a little snack that will be useful, not too heavy, because in Muzdalifah there is no food, there is nothing available except for the toiletries, the ground and the sky. So if you have some food, inshallah, it will be very useful. And try and take a little extra for the group leaders, because if you feed the group leaders, you get extra sawab in there. And like late Maulana Yusuf Patel Sahab, may Allah bless him, give him Jannatul Firdaus. He always used to say that in Makkah you pray one salat, you get 100,000 reward. So if you buy a tea for one group leader, you will get 100,000 teas reward. ठीक है, कुछ रह गया है? कुछ रह गया है? Anyway, that's part of the things that I had. Unless there's something I think one of my core group leaders can cover it. I'll just give you a brief outlook of the kit that you will be getting. And inshallah, we have the visas for most of our Hujjaj. हमारे पास अक्सर हुज्जाज के वीज़ा आ गए हैं, इसलिए उन्होंने ई वीज़ा प्रिंट किया है, तो उसको आप एहतियात से रखें, उसकी कॉपी भी बना लें. There are a few that because of the system being down, it's not processed. It will be processed inshallah, and we'll notify you, and you can contact us to arrange to come and pick your passports up. Okay, Jazakallah. So you and the PR, those who are with PR, your visas are not processed yet because it is not available on online. We have to go to embassy in Ottawa to submit, and then they have to issue the visa as before. So your passports will not be ready. So those whose passports and visas are not ready, you will not get an envelope. All others will get an envelope with your passport, your meningitis card, your ticket itinerary, and your visas. So please check, make sure everything is in order, the names, the information on that, because sometimes it does happen that there is a spelling mistake and you do run into problem at the airport. So make sure you tally it, make sure everything is in order. If there is something wrong, talk to Bilal Bhai, Shoaib Bhai, or one of us, and inshallah we'll make it corrected. And along with that, everyone will be issued a kit which will consist of a bag, भाई लेडीज की साइड से जरा बातों की आवाज़ आ रही है. अगर आप जिक्र कर रहे हैं तो ठीक है, वरना बात कर रहे हैं तो ज़रा आहिस्ता हो जाए. वैसे भी जिक्र भी औरतों को आहिस्ता ही करना चाहिए, मर्द ज़रा जोर से कर सकते हैं. Where was I? Yeah. So the kit you will get, I will just show it to you briefly, but Shoaib has reminded me one thing. Now, every year from Muzdalifah, we used to go to the Mina, get refreshed, freshen up, and then we proceed to Zamarat. The past 2 years, what has happened is the Ministry of Hajj has put in time restrictions. That once you are in the Kamar, the doors are locked, and everyone is given a time that you will be leaving for Jamarat 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And that puts us in a lot of restraint that we have to get to Makkah, finish the Qurbani in the meantime, because for us, it is wajib to follow the steps in order. हमारे लिए हज के 10वें तारीख को तरतीब फॉलो करना वाजिब है. अगर आप तरतीब के बाहर निकल गए तो आप पे दम लागू पड़ेगा. तो it is very important that the tartib is you first do the jamarat, then your qurbani, then your halak. Tawaf ziyarat and sa'i you can do any time. You will either do it with your clothes if the qurbani is not done, in ihram if the qurbani is not done, or in your normal clothes if the qurbani is already done. So that's an option. But for jamarat, qurbani and halak, it should be done in order, one after the other. So what we do is from Muzdalifah, after the waquf, after the sunrise, we walk straight to Jamarat. bypassing the tent. And at the Jamarat, we do the Rami. Once the Rami is done, we notify those people who are responsible for Qurbani that they start the Qurbani. By the time we come to Makkah, 9 times out of 10, the Qurbani is all done. So we put the notice on the notice board that Ikhlas Canada, all your Qurbanis are done. Please make sure that you are aware either your Qurbani is done or not done. There are times that when something is left over or something is not done, we let you know. But please make sure you are aware, double make sure that your Qurbani is done, and then you go do the halak. And if while you are doing, after your halak, you can take a shower, you can use soap now, and you can also change into your clothes, and then you make arrangement to go to the Haram Sharif to do your tawaf and sa'i. After वो सही का बता नहीं बाद में बताएं. ठीक. Okay. So once that is done, we will make an arrangement. We'll notify you that at, for example, 11 o'clock, everybody will gather in the lobby and will proceed to Mina. So please make sure that you are done before that. If you haven't finished your tawaf for any reason or sa'i for any reason, and if you want to stay over, then you can stay over in your room. The rooms are with you throughout the time. But please make sure, especially for those who are with the family, who are in a private room with the wife, that please make sure there is still restrictions unless you have finished your tawaf ziyarat. So please stick to that. Otherwise, the dam is one big Qurbani, which is a camel or a cow. And we did had incidents in the past. That's why please be cautious. Please make sure that you are aware. Please stay safe, inshallah ta'ala. So, and then we will come back to Mina, and the rest of the time, like Mufti Sahib has said, spend the 11th and 12th in Mina. On the 12th, we will move to Jamarat at a time that we all agree, do the Rami, and then walk to Makkah. At that date, walking is the only option, because you will not be able to find any taxi or any car or anything. Even if you find it, it'll take longer time to reach Makkah than by walking. So please, we will walk, come to Makkah, and the last thing that remains is Tawaf Ziyarat, as Tawaf Wida, as Mufti Sahib has said, do accordingly. And on the 14th of Zil Hijjah in the morning, 14th or 15th? 14th, right? So on the 14th morning, whenever the bus comes, we'll board the bus and we'll travel to Medina, inshallah ta'ala. So that's in a nutshell till Makkah. The rest of the journey in Medina, we will explain it to you when we are in Makkah. We'll make sure everybody is aware what to do with the luggage, when to bring it down, how we will transport it, and how we will go to Medina and all that, inshallah ta'ala. Just to go over the masails of ladies, if for any reason you are not able to do the Tawaf Ziyarat before we leave for Medina, which will be the 14th before Fajr, if you are not able to finish your Tawaf Ziyarat, then you go with the group to Medina. And in Medina, inshallah ta'ala, we'll make arrangement whenever you are ready for you and your mahram to travel back to Makkah. It'll be, of course, by taxi, and there will be a cost associated with it. But we'll make the necessary arrangement and the permit that you come to Makkah. You do your Tawaf Ziyarat, and then your Tawaf Wida, and then return back to Makkah. And your mahram who is there with you will have an opportunity to do an extra umrah, because he will not be able to enter Makkah, the miqat, cross the miqat without ihram. So he will come in the state of ihram, and you will do your tawaf ziyarat. He will finish his umrah, and then you come back to Madinah Munawwara and join the group, inshallah. If there is any other issue which is personal to you in that matter, please consult Mufti Saab or one of us, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll make sure everything is in order. So your kit will include, everybody, men and ladies, your kits will include one set of ihram, and as I've shown you, it is the one set of ihram for men, sorry. Ladies, unless Sohaib can provide you a set of clothes that he wants you to wear ihram. So the ihram will be with the logo, so please use the logo one on the top and the other one for the bottom. And if you need an extra set of ihram, it will be available outside. Instead of ihram, this will be the scarf, the red color for the ladies. So we encourage you for all the group activities to wear that scarf so that we can identify you as a group. This will be the backpack that will be with you. And as I said, please use only this backpack when you go to Mina on the day of the 7th of Zulhijjah. Please do not take any other luggage, no carry-ons, no extra. You can take a shopping bag or a little bag with some food in it that you can discard, that's no problem. And make sure you've got the tag which is included in your kit. This tag should be there with your name, the phone number, and the name of the hotel for the other big luggages in Makkah. It will also have this bag which you can use to carry some money if you want, or some things that you need to. You can carry your books, whatever you need, inshallah, in there. And there's the shoe bag, so please make sure you put your shoes or your slippers or whatever it is in there. You can put this in, and then you can carry it on at the back while you are doing your tawaf and your sa'i. Even when you go to do your salat, anytime you go in the masjid, make it a habit that put your shoes or slippers, whatever is in there, and you can put it on the side or in front of you while you are doing your prayers. It will also have this little bag which will be useful for you to collect the pebbles in Muzdalifah. You can collect the pebbles, put it in there, and take it with you. Keep it with you when you go for Jamarat. You need 7 on the first day, 21 on the second day, 21 on the third day. And Mufti Saab has explained it to you that you need to collect at least 50, 55. It should not be too big. It should not be too small. It should be at the size of the chickpea or a little better. The best thing is you collect, you come to me, I'll see that it is right or wrong, and I'll charge you 5 per checking. So you'll give me 5 pebbles, I'll check, make sure it's okay, and then you can go your way. That way I get some extra. There's also an umbrella in there. There's also an umbrella and a prayer rug musalla in there for your conveniency. The umbrella will be very useful in the heat, and as Mufti Saab has said, if you can carry one of those stainless steel bottles, I find that for a better portion, the water stays cool or hot, whichever you put it in there, for quite a long time. So you can take that, fill it with Zamzam, and take it with you. You can drink Zamzam whenever you want. It's very crowded wherever the Zamzams are available, so you can have Zamzams with you. Fill it, bring it to your room, and you can drink it whenever you need also in there. and you can carry that in Mina, Arafat, Muzdalifah. While you are walking, you need to hydrate yourself a lot. So if you can get one of those bottles, then take the bottle with you and use it while in the journey, inshallah. There's also the Hajj and Umrah book. It'll be in English mostly for those people who want Urdu. There are few copies there. So if you really need the Urdu version, then please ask for it and you'll get it. We also have got some for our Gujarati brothers in Gujarati, but that's not with us right now. It is coming. So inshallah, we'll give it to you when we are in Makkah, inshallah ta'ala. That is in a nutshell, inshallah. I'll get our other core group leaders, Imam Maulana Nabil, Maulana Inamul Haq, and Shoaib Bhai, Maulana Inamul Haq and Maulana Nabil, if they want to add something or say something, then take a few minutes, introduce yourselves, and if you have something that you think I didn't cover, please feel free to add it. And to end it, I'll get Brother Shoaib Bhai to give you a word of thanks on behalf of Ikhlas, and then Mufti Sahib will make the dua, and then we'll break for lunch. And after lunch, inshallah, we will have our lunch after our Zohar prayer. In the meantime, we request you to please proceed orderly into the hallway, collect your kits and whatever there's there. There are belts available at $10 each, extra ihram, as I said, for $25 each.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Muhammad Nabil, and inshallah I will be with group number 1, program number 1, inshallah, and we will be meeting soon after this program is finished, inshallah, and we will get to know each other and communication wise also, inshallah. One thing I would just like to mention, there's a hadith Qudusi which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned also, that Ar-Rahimuna yarhamuhumur Rahman irhamu man fil ard yarhamukum man fis sama. You have mercy on the people of this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have mercy upon you. As Mufti Sahib mentioned in Muzdalifah, if you have patience, that means you have completed most of your Hajj. So patience is the most important thing which is required. Alhamdulillah, you can pay a lot, you can have the best group, but sometimes situations do come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is a test upon all of us. So we just have to learn and have patience and make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and forgive each other. And this is the main purpose of Hajj, forgiving and asking Allah for forgiveness. So we keep these two things in mind, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us throughout the entire journey. Jazakallahu khair.
Yes, we need a lot of patience, and that's one thing I said, I forgot, that when you pack your clothes and everything, pack a lot of patience with you. Please, I request everyone to please be seated. It won't take too much longer. Inshallah, we'll break soon. And this is Maulana Inamul Haq, our Imam, and will be a group leader.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد. In reality, I have nothing to say after this long lecture by Mufti Sahib Hafizahullah. It's a pleasure. I'm telling you one thing to all of you brothers. You are the most lucky maybe of the Hujjaj that we have such a Shaykh, a brother with us like Mufti Sahib. He is going in every single detail that way he was going here in the Hajj, the same thing with the Masail. alhamdulillah, it's the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want to give you assurance to every one of you, to the brothers and to the sisters. As the group promises, inshallah, that will be as it is. That your Hajj will be according to the Quran and the Sunnah. That is one thing that Mufti Sahib, even I remember the last year in the Salah, after Salat al-Fajr from Muzdalifah, people are leaving and the brothers are getting frustrated and no patience, and you will see Mufti Sahib will be saying, no, we are sitting until the sun rises a little bit, so we are upon the Sunnah to leave after that. So that much the Shaykh Mufti Sahib goes to the details. So Jazakallahu khairan. But having just to came here to Yunus uncle asked me to say a few words, I just want to mention two things very important. Number one, Ikhlas. The name of the group that you are going with is Ikhlas. You need to have Ikhlas as well. You are going with the Ikhlas group, you should have Ikhlas, sincerity that you are doing this Hajj, performing the Hajj, the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all this 10,000, 12,000, whatever money you are spending it that for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the more Ikhlas you have, the more easy will be going for you, inshaAllah. So I'm asking the brothers and the sisters to have sincerely make intention that you are doing this Hajj for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not because in your family member everybody did the Hajj, you are the only one who left over and you didn't do the Hajj or this or that. These things, because you need to bring a change in yourself. You need to bring a change in your family. You want to have the reward that the Shaykh mentioned and Yunus uncle mentioned for you. So all to get these rewards in Muzdalifah, in Arafah, in Haram, in this and that, this needs a sincerely to be sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you need a sincerity. Number two, you need a knowledge. Yes, Mufti Sahib is there, myself, Maulana Nabil, Yunus uncle. And by the way, just to mention to you, as Maulana Mufti Sahib mentioned, Yunus uncle had more than 35 Hajj. This is experience talking. Every year I'm asking Yunus uncle one thing, to tell me the story of his first Hajj. And I really enjoy when he's telling me that story. For the last 3 years, every year in Mina, he told me the story of his first Hajj, that he came from India and the ship, and then he was walking, everything walking. When he's telling me that story, I really enjoy that. So we have that much experience, brothers, in the group. So with all this is your Hajj. You are the one who's worshipping Allah. It is exactly like the Salah. The day that the Salah became compulsory upon you, you have to know how to pray, how many rak'ah you pray, how many rak'ah Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, this and that. The minute Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you a wealth, zakat is compulsory upon you, you have to know how much you should give, whom you should give, how you should give. Exactly the same thing. Hajj became compulsory upon you. It is your Hajj. You have to learn. Yes, you have a group leader. The small masail here, there, when it happens, you can ask. But at the end, it is your Hajj. You have to have a knowledge how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do not worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looking left and right. He's doing like this, I'm doing it like this. He's doing like this, I'm doing... No. You do your Hajj according to the knowledge that you will earn. That is why the whole day workshop was there. I know it is difficult after a long time. Most of you, maybe you went to university 20, 50, 40 years before. It was very difficult to sit like that for 4 or 5 hours. Maybe you did not digest everything. The same things are available on the website. Go over and over on it. As Yunus uncle said, make a habit going to the masjid. Ask some masail from the imam. Learn those things. Memorize the du'as. Memorize all the du'as that you have to say in the Hajj, in the this and that. So from now, make it a habit to do these things and prepare yourself knowledge-wise, spiritually, physically. Prepare yourself for this journey of the Hajj. The third point that I want to mention, in the Mina especially, in the Mina, or even in Mecca or in Medina, when you are in the room, do not engage yourself with the qeel and qal. He said, she said. This happens in Pakistan, Imran Khan did this, India, this happened, that happened, this. Politics, leave it on the side. Leave everything here. You are going for ibadah. Do not waste your time with anything else. The only thing you are there for, Mina, yes, as Mufti Sahib said, it's a time that you relax there, but you should be busy with the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He mentioned one thing, that at least you finish the Quran one time in Mecca, one time in Medina. And that's not going to happen if you get busy with the politics. If you get busy with this, oh, you do this, this is correct, you are correct, I'm correct, you are wrong, I'm correct. No, do not engage with these things. Focus on your ibadah, do your ibadah. You are spending $15,000, you are collecting this money for the last 4 or 5 years just to do the Hajj. Now you are spending all that time in this and that. That will be a waste of time, a waste of money, and you have done nothing, you came back with nothing. You need a lot of patience, my brother. You need, sisters, you need a lot of patience. Somebody push you, somebody said something bad to you, somebody took something from you by mistake. The bags are similar, all these bags are similar. By mistake somebody took your sandals to the washroom. You should not get upset, angry very fast. Be a person who forgive. 2 brothers you saw that they are engaged in some talk, go advise them. Do amr bil ma'ruf wa nahi anil munkar in your tent. Between your friends, remind them about Allah, remind them about the haram, remind them about the Hajj. Be someone who's giving this the opportunity of collecting the good deeds. So you need a lot of patience. You have to pack more than what you are packing your clothes, your luggage. You need to pack double of that of sabr, a patience with yourself. In the airport, you might stay for 5-6 hours. The food came late. Brother Shuaib, what is this? I paid $15,000. Where is my food? This is not in the hand of Brother Shuaib. Wallahi, it's not in the hand of Brother Shuaib. Brother Shuaib will be running before you. He's running here, there, just to find out what's going on. But that's how it is. It happens. So you need to be very patient. You need to calm down. If somebody went high, somebody goes to him, advise him. Do not put more fuel on the fire. You are right, brother. You are okay. He's doing this. No, just go advise him. You are in the Arafah. You are in Muzdalifah. You are in Mina. Calm down. You are losing all your Hajj just for a food. It's not worth it. So these things we have to cooperate, be cooperative with the brothers, with every one of us, and we have to be very careful not to do something that we lose our Hajj. All this journey, leaving the kids and family, everything behind, and then we lose it for nothing. Jazakumullahu khairan, and hopefully it was words, if it was good from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I hope inshallah we will be with you. I'm promising, and as Mufti Sahib promised, every single minute. If you knock on the door of Mufti Sahib 2 o'clock at night and you have reasonable question, wallahi Mufti Sahib will not tell you anything. I guarantee that for you. But do not go to the door of Mufti Sahib, my bed is not good. Come on. And brother, it's one night, spend it, go to the reception, they will change it for you, do something. Like these are the things, don't get frustrated fast. Some things you know how to deal with it. Imagine if you go to Cuba, you go to Mexico, you go to somewhere else, what do? You go to your group leader, you go to the reception, you're in any hotel, anywhere. You go to reception, they solve your problem. Some of the things do it normal. Don't make it that Hajj is different than the normal life. No, it's same normal life, same thing. Like a brother called me one time, last year or a year before, how do I pack my luggage? I said, what? He said, how do I pack my luggage? I said, when you go back home, how do you pack your luggage? The same do it. There is nothing mentioned in the hadiths or in the Quran that you go to Hajj, you pack your luggage like this. Nothing, it's normal life, brother, take it easy. Simple, it's normal life. So Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, don't be too much in a tension that what's gonna happen. No, but learn, do your portion, and leave the portion of the management for the management. Inshallah, it will be done. Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah khairan, a very worthy advice, and inshallah I will encourage everyone to pay attention on that. And yes, it does happen. You do 99% right, and for 1% you destroy everything that you have earned. Let us make sure that we go and come back and be the Haji that Allah and Allah's Rasools have described us to be, and bring us change in our life. One thing I forgot to tell is about Zamzam. When we go to Hajj or Umrah, we want to come back with some Zamzam and some dates for our family. Alhamdulillah, the airlines, we have 2 luggages so far. There are a lot of airlines for other flights, some to India also have reverted to 1 bag only, but alhamdulillah we still have 2 bags. We allow 25 kgs in each bag, but as I said, going out, please try and keep as little as possible so that when you're coming back, you can bring some stuff, including the dates. And Zamzam, you can buy Zamzam at the airport. It's in the 5-liter container. It's in the plastic bottle, and it is packed in a box. It weighs approximately 5 kilos. Now, a lot of the airlines have stopped giving us that extra Zamzam because they used to give us with 2 pieces of luggage, 1 hand carry-on, and a Zamzam that they would take it with as the check-in. But they have since stopped this procedure. So the only other alternate we have is put the Zamzam in your luggage. So you have 2 bags, you have your clothes, you have your yeah, that's also becoming a bit risky because sometimes they x-ray, and if they find that there is water in there, they could act on it. But so far we've been lucky. So what we're saying is keep room in your bag for that extra Zamzam. You put it in there, wrap it around with the clothes, and you can bring it that way, and it will be inshallah there. Yeah, so far we have run into no problems. Yeah, it's general, but another thing also comes as your taqwa or your conscience, because sometimes at the airport when you put your luggage on the scale, they ask you, is there water in there? And now you've got a choice. You say yes, he will say no, take it out. You say no, he will let it go. So that's your choice. Because it did happen. One time I had a passenger who had some room in his luggage. So I said, can you put an extra Zamzam for me? I'll take it from you in Toronto. He said, no problem, I've got space in my suitcase. So he put in, he came to Jeddah, put it on the counter, and that man said, I told him, I said, don't say it's water in there, he might take it out. So he said, is there water in there? And he says, so behind there is the wife. And behind every successful man, they say it's a wife behind you. So she said, Hajj पढ़ के आए हो, झूठ बोलते हो, इसमें पानी डाला हुआ है. So that was the end of my Zamzam. Anyway, Brother Sohaib, you will go over the groups and the dates? Yeah? Okay. Inshallah, Brother Sohaib will wrap up and we'll have the dua. If there is any questions, there were 2 questions. Yeah, Mufti Sahib, did you deal with one? Before you go, that's one.
The question is, if you're coloring your hair, can you color it? You can color it, but don't color it during the ihram. Just when you're in the state of ihram, don't color your hair. Jazakallah.
There is a question, I'll leave it to Sohaib. I see my ticket, food is vegetarian Hindu. I am not understanding what the Hindu means. It's basically a vegetarian meal. There's no meat, there's no chicken, and you'll get mostly dal and chawal. That's an easy way of putting it. What kind of food you serve over there? Normally, can you please let us in detail? We need to prepare mentally. Well, we sell normal food, the rice. There is a good choice. It's a buffet. There'll be rice. There'll be 2 curries. There'll be a vegetarian curry. There'll be some fried food, fried chicken, fried fish. It alternates. We have the menu keep changing. And there's dessert, fruit, tea. Tea will be available most of the time. And the foods are there. If you have any special needs, special food that you want prepared, come and see me. For a little fee, I'll try and see if I can get somebody to prepare it for you.
I'll take pizza or just Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of Ikhlas Hajj, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to giving us the opportunity to serve you, to house of Allah, for this journey of Hajj. And I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you. Inshallah, me and my staff will try to help you as much as possible to make your journey easy. If you have any concern, any issues, please come and contact us, me or my staff, anytime, inshallah. I think let me give you some information for our status of the visas and departures, tickets, all these things. Most of the visas, as Yunus uncle explained, or he informed that most of the visa, I could say 90% visa has been issued, alhamdulillah. It is electronic visa this year. No visa stamp on the passport. Only non-Canadian passport visa will be stamped on the passport, and still it is under process, and it will be handed over maybe next week or sometime. So those passengers have non-Canadian passport, they will not get the envelope today, but still they have to collect their kit bags, ihram and everything from the outside. Also, the program number 1 visa has not been issued yet. It is under process. They will also get their envelope by next week sometime, but still they have to collect their kit bags from the outside. The program number 1 ticket has been issued, only visa under process, but we will hand over all together, in one envelopes. I think you know or not, but the program number 1 will be traveling with Turkish Airlines on 4th of August and returning from Medina Airport 19 August, inshallah. Program 3 will be traveling 29 August, departing from Toronto to Frankfurt and Frankfurt to Jeddah. There are few passengers in program number 3 will be traveling via Munich with Sheikh Ibrahim Qureshi. There are altogether 15 people from program number 3 and program number 5 who will be traveling with Sheikh Ibrahim Sahab via Munich on the same day, 29 July. Program number 5, 6, program number 5 also traveling 29 July. Program number 6 and program number 4 will be traveling on 3rd August, Toronto, Madrid, Jeddah, and inshallah I will be leading the group on 3rd August via Madrid. Program number 7, some passenger traveling on 29 and some passenger traveling on 3rd. Very few passengers traveling on 3rd, but most of the passengers traveling on 29 July with via Munich or via Frankfurt. Via Munich, we have the list of the via Munich passenger. We will announce the names of those 15 passengers. They have to contact Mufti Saab, and they will be traveling with Mufti Saab via Munich on 29 July. Inshallah, program number वैसे सारे ही प्रोग्राम के तकरीबन वीज़ा इश्यू हो चुके हैं, 80% 90% वीज़ा इश्यू हो चुके हैं। प्रोग्राम नंबर 1 के वीज़ा भी प्रोसेस में हैं, और इवन हमारे प्रोग्राम नंबर 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 में भी कुछ लोगों के वीज़ा जो नॉन कैनेडियन पासपोर्ट है उनके भी स्टिल प्रोसेस में हैं। नेक्स्ट वीक तक उम्मीद है कि वो नेक्स्ट वीक तक इंशाल्लाह मिल जाने चाहिए। और कुछ 8 पैसेंजर जो हमारे प्रोग्राम नंबर 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 उसमें कोई 8 कैनेडियन पासपोर्ट है जो जिनके वीज़ा तो तकरीबन प्रोसेस हो चुके हैं, लेकिन वीज़ा प्रिंट नहीं हो रहे हैं फॉर सम टेक्निकल इशू। तो इट विल बी सॉल्व। वो काफ़ी लोगों के साथ, काफ़ी और हज ग्रुप के साथ भी हो रहा है। हमने एम्बेसी को कांटेक्ट किया है, एम्बेसी ने कहा है कि इट विल बी सॉल्व इन 2-3 डेज़। तो कुछ और भी 8 लोगों के जो कैनेडियन पासपोर्ट हैं, तो यहाँ से कुछ लोगों को अगर पासपोर्ट एनवलप उनके रेडी नहीं है या उसमें वीज़ा नहीं है तो आप हमें कांटेक्ट करें, आपको इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीक तक उनके एनवलप मिल जाएंगे। और कुछ चीज़ें मेरे ख्याल से यूनुस अंकल मिस कर गए थे कि वैक्सीनेशन, जितने भी पैसेंजर ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं उन्होंने वैक्सीनेशन लिया होगा। और जो लोग अभी सेमिनार में नहीं हैं, लाइव स्ट्रीम सुन रहे हैं, एडमिंटन, कैलगरी, वैंकूवर, रेजाइना, तो वो पैसेंजर उन्हें अपने अपने वैक्सीन अपने तौर पे लिए। इवन यहाँ पर भी कुछ लोगों ने वैक्सीनेशन अपने अपने तौर पे अपने खुद ने कुछ लोगों ने करवाए। मेक श्योर कि वो अपने वैक्सीनेशन अपने साथ कैरी करे, ओरिजिनल वैक्सीनेशन कार्ड, क्योंकि यहाँ पर फ्रैंकफर्ट एयरपोर्ट पे, ज़्यादातर फ्रैंकफर्ट एयरपोर्ट और जिद्दा एयरपोर्ट पे काफ़ी परेशानी होती है अगर हमारे पास वैक्सीनेशन कार्ड नहीं है तो। फॉर द वैक्सीनेशन प्लीज़ do carry original vaccination card while you're traveling. Keep it with your passport, because the airline, especially Lufthansa airline at Frankfurt airport and sometime at Jeddah airport, they do ask for the original vaccination card. If you don't have it, they will give you some hard time, or they might refuse your entry in Jeddah, but it won't happen inshallah, don't worry. But please avoid this hassle and carry your original vaccination card without fail. आप लोगों को हम लोग इंशाल्लाह एनवलप दे रहे हैं। वो एनवलप में वैसे फुल प्रोग्राम आइटिनरी डिटेल के साथ दी गई है कि 29 जुलाई से लेकर 25 अगस्त तक, या 29 जुलाई से या 3 अगस्त से 18 अगस्त तक आपको क्या क्या, कौन से दिन क्या एक्टिविटी है, वो काफ़ी डिटेल्स में हमने दिया है। उसके साथ आपको उसके अंदर बैग टैग्स, जो ये जो बैग टैग्स हैं वो आपके एनवलप में भी रखे हैं। मेक श्योर कि आप अपने जो जितने भी चेक इन बैग हैं, हैंड बैग हैं, घर से निकलने से पहले ये टैग लगाएं। आपके एनवलप के अंदर होटल्स के कार्ड की कॉपी भी है, मक्का के होटल्स की, मदीना के होटल्स की। तो मक्का के होटल्स का, मक्का होटल्स नेम्स, योर नेम, एंड वी हैव यूनुस अंकल परमानेंट फ़ोन नंबर 050 यू विल फाइंड इन द प्रोग्राम आइटिनरी। तो वो एक ही नंबर आपके बैक टैग पे लिखे, जस्ट इन केस इफ यू लॉस्ट योर लगेज दे कैन कॉन्टेक्ट अस। दूसरी एक चीज़ कि भाई जो हमारे लोगों का तकरीबन पूरे ग्रुप की वापसी जो है वो वाया दुबई है रिटर्न में। कुछ लोगों की 80% पैसेंजर, और आई कुड से 70% पैसेंजर रिटर्न फ्लाइट फ्रॉम मदीना टू दुबई एंड दुबई टू टोरंटो, एंड 30% और मे बी 25% पैसेंजर फ्लाइट जिद्दा दुबई, दुबई टोरंटो। अब मदीना से दुबई जो लोग जा रहे हैं, मदीना से दुबई स्पेशली रिटर्निंग ऑन 18 August and returning on 25 August. We have a 10-hour stopover in Dubai. Those passengers, only for those passengers traveling from Medina to Dubai, we have 10-hour stopover in Dubai. So we made an arrangement. It is under process with hotels for 10-hour stopover. But those passengers have non-Canadian passport. They won't be able to come outside to the hotels because they have a visa issue. So they have to wait at the airport inside and go to the lounge or some rest area and spend your time there. अच्छा, अभी तक यूनुस अंकल ने तो माशाल्लाह काफ़ी जर्नी जो है हज की बहुत आसान बताई है, जो इतनी है नहीं. आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि भाई बहुत आसान हज है, लेकिन वो है नहीं असल में. एक चीज़ यूनुस अंकल मिस कर गए कि भाई आपकी ये जहन में अपने आप को प्रिपेयर रखें. जैसे अभी किसी ने लेडीज़ में से क्वेश्चन किया था कि हम अपने आप को प्रिपेयर रखें फूड के लिए, तो मैं भी आपको कहूँगा कि ट्रैवलिंग में एक चीज़ बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप एक अपने माइंड को प्रिपेयर कर ले कि आपकी फ़्लाइट जिस वक्त लैंड को टच करेगी जिद्दा एयरपोर्ट पे, वहाँ से लेकर आपके कमरे में एंटर होने का टाइम समवेयर फ्रॉम 8 आवर्स टू 12 आवर्स. मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ जिद्दा एयरपोर्ट पे लैंड होने के बाद की. द टाइम योर फ्लाइट टच द ग्राउंड to reach to the Makkah hotels, you're looking about from somewhere in 8 hours to 12 hours. It depends how lucky you are, how busy airport is. Alhamdulillah, लास्ट ईयर उन्होंने कोई सिस्टम चेंज की थी. लास्ट ईयर अगर वो ही सिस्टम सेम है इस साल तो हो सकता है हम 6-7 घंटे में पहुंच जाएं. वरना तो तकरीबन हमारे इतने सालों का जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो हिसाब से तकरीबन 8 से 10 घंटे, कभी कभी 12 घंटे भी हुए हमें. तो अपने आप को प्रिपेयर रखें. जैसे ही वहाँ लैंड हो रहे हैं, अगर आपका सामान लॉस्ट हो गया, इफ़ यू लॉस्ट योर लगेज ऑन योर अराइवल, प्लीज़ रिपोर्ट योर लगेज फर्स्ट, गेट द क्लेम फॉर्म एंड देन कम आउटसाइड. डोंट कम आउटसाइड विदाउट योर क्लेम फॉर्म, अदरवाइज वी वॉन्ट हेल्प यू वॉन्ट फाइंड योर लगेज. And as soon as you come outside, hand over your passport to the group leader. If you are going to the washroom, please inform one of your friend or one of your other family members, so we can wait for you and come back. But before you go to the washroom, hand over your passport to the group leader so we can start process for the bus. And as soon as we reach Makkah, inshallah, we'll try to give you the room number from Makkah hotels ahead of time before the departure, if it is possible. So you can write down your room number on your tag, so we can easily transfer your luggage from the reception to the room. और दूसरी एक चीज़ कि भाई कमरे की जो तरतीब होगी, यूनुस अंकल ने बताया कि आप लोग हमें ईमेल कर दें सेमिनार के बाद अपने आपके साथ जो प्रोग्राम 5 में हैं, प्रोग्राम 5 वाले हैं, तो आपके साथ जो प्रोग्राम 5 के 4 मेंस 4 लेडीज़ जो लोग कमरा शेयर कर रहे हैं, शेयरिंग अकोमोडेशन है, जिनके प्राइवेट कमरे हैं, दे आर ओके, दे आर फाइन, वी नो दैट. लेकिन जो लोग कमरे शेयर कर रहे हैं, दोज पीपल आर शेयरिंग द रूम्स. Please find out your partner if you are in the same program, but the condition you have to have in the same program. आप प्रोग्राम 5 में हैं तो 5 वाले देख लें, और हमें 4 मेंस 4 लेडीज़ प्रोग्राम नंबर के साथ हमें ईमेल करें. वी विल ट्राई टू अकोमोडेट. वो आप हमें नेक्स्ट 2-3 डेज में आप ईमेल कर दें, नॉट लेटर देन दैट. और जिन जिन लोगों के कुछ जो भी आउटस्टैंडिंग पेमेंट है, प्लीज़ नेक्स्ट वीक तक उसको सेटल कर ले आकर ऑफिस आकर, या प्लीज़ कॉल मी और कॉल बिलाल and settle your outstanding payment as soon as possible. Okay, so inshallah we will have a ziyarah in Makkah and Medina, inshallah. We already set up the date for Makkah and Medina ziyarah. You will find the dates in your program itinerary, in your envelope. And by pay, okay, one more thing. If you have excess money during your journey, and when you are leaving for Hajj, please deposit your if you have more money, like more than $1,000, if you have $120, leave in your bag, or keep it with you. But if you have more than $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, we recommend not to keep in your rooms or in your bag. Make one envelope, and we have arrangement with hotels office, so you can go to the office and deposit your payment before you leave for Hajj. And when you come back from Hajj, before we go to Medina, you can take it back without fail. But do not keep any valuables, or if you have any golds or any excess money. We have common question every year: how much money do we have to take with us? So I always say, for those are singles are fine, but those are going with the family, आप लोग अपनी बेगम से कितनी मोहब्बत करते हैं, इतने ज़्यादा पैसे ले लो, क्योंकि शॉपिंग गोल्ड वगैरह में आपको काम आएंगे इंशाल्लाह. तो वो सारा डिपेंड करता है कि भाई आपको बेगम के लिए कितना लेना है. एनीवे, $1,000 between at least $500 to $1,000 could be enough इंशाल्लाह. वैसे तो आपको इतने पैसों की ज़रूरत नहीं है वहाँ पर, इन केस ऑफ इमरजेंसी कोई ये आ जाए, वरना डेट्स वगैरह की शॉपिंग at least $500 to $1,000 should be enough in case of emergency.
I have a question here. They say, are there sleeping beds provided by the management? Where and when? In Makkah and Medina, in the hotels, the room have beds and attached washroom in every room. In Mina, we have air-conditioned tents, special air-conditioned tents with sofa beds. And if you have in your imagination the sofa beds that are sitting in your living room, then please take that out, because the sofa beds are just wide enough for one person to sleep, and there is no gap in between. So it's one bed after the other. And thank you for this question. I forgot to mention that is the time in Mina when we arrive. It's the most stressful, tension time for the group leaders, because we only get one bus. If we are lucky, we get two buses, which will have to make 2 or 3 trips from Makkah to Mina to take passengers, one after the other. The first bus that arrives, the person gets off. Before we can say where and how, they just run in, take whatever spot they want, and they take maybe 2 beds and sleep. The second bus comes after 1 hour. The people come up. Sure, there is enough space still there. But when the last bus comes, everybody is sleeping. They come in, they say, Yunus Bhai, there's no room. How come no room? We have 185 beds for our 185 passengers. Then you come in, there are 2 people sleeping on 3 beds. There's one person who's sleeping together, and there's 1 bed in between. Now you have to wake him up, brother, please, please, please. So what we will try to do is, when we come to Mina, we'll get from the last bed onwards. You don't have a choice. You'll take the beds consecutively, so that the beds are left in the front for ease of this thing. So the beds will be provided, sofa beds in Mina. In Arafat, we'll give you sleeping bags, and again, try and occupy it as little space as possible, with the way that your head is facing Qibla, so that if somebody wants to pray, he can stand up and pray. In Muzdalifah, you will bring your sleeping bag, and Muzdalifah is the most hassle place for the night. You come in here, if we are lucky, we come to Muzdalifah early enough. For the past 3 years, we've been lucky that we are one of the first groups to arrive. So we have got the whole Muzdalifah to ourselves. So we try and occupy as best as possible. But if you come a little late, and then there are people coming, and if they find a little space between you, they'll just sleep in there. Then you can't argue with, you are in Ihram, you can't argue. So In Muzdalifah, we'll have to be really patient, try and occupy the least space that you want and stay together so that in the morning we can move together. And in Muzdalifah as well, toiletry is the biggest problem. Sometimes they are lined up for about 45 minutes, 1 hour. So you'll have to adjust accordingly. And Brother Shoaib has mentioned that ziyarats, inshallah, we'll have ziyarats in Makkah and Medina. We'll let you know when, how, while we are in Makkah. The last thing I would like to mention to both ladies and men is, as Mufti Saab and Qari Namullah has said, that this is a very important journey. Try and make the most out of it. For men, I would request that if you are not keeping beard, try to keep beard at least till you leave Medina Munawwara. Try and stay in the state of wuzu as much as possible. Try and recite as much durud as possible in Medina Munawwara. Make use of your time and make a habit of performing tahajjud and Salatul Tasbih. Salatul Tasbih is a very important salah. Please make sure you get how to perform it and try to do as much as possible. Jazakallahu khair.
Okay, I think I was missing some 2-3 important points. The keys in Makkah and Medina hotel. But make sure they have only one key for the one room in Makkah and Medina. So those people, please leave your key when you are leaving to Haram, or if you are going for dinner or lunch or breakfast, come back to the reception first and leave your key. Don't keep your key with you while you are doing breakfast or dinner, or you're going to the Haram. So please leave your key in the reception. The second point, we will have one more Hajj seminar in Makkah, inshallah, before we depart for Hajj, 5 days of Hajj. So 5 days of Hajj information will be given again in Makkah. Procedure for bus, always for going to Mina, Arafah and going to Medina, we always call by floor. So please, when we will inform you, don't come, and especially when you are going for Mina. Most of the people, they always come to the lobby, or they come to the group leader and keep asking when bus is coming, when bus is coming. Don't do that. Stay in your room, take rest. When bus comes, we will come to your door, we'll knock the door and we'll call you by floor. So whatever the floor, we'll call you first floor or second floor or third floor. Only those floors, they have to come down for the bus. The rest of the people, they wait in the room. But especially, Inus uncle we informed for the Mina backpack, as Inus uncle told. Again, we will be very strict this year, because we have always space issue in Mina. So do not carry any other than this bag. We will allow only one bag for 5 days of Hajj in Mina. You don't need the sleeping bag, so you don't need a big bag. So we will be at the gate, or we will be at the reception when you are leaving for Mina. And if we find, or if we see any big bag other than this bag, we will ask you to go and change the bag, and you will miss the bus. So please don't carry any bag other than the bag we have provided. We don't need the sleeping bag this year, because we will give you the sleeping bag in Arafah for the Muzdalifah night. And I always recommend, even the last year I have experienced myself, in Muzdalifah we have too much hot. So I ordered myself last year portable fans from the Amazon. Or even I just saw it in Shoppers Drug Mart last night, which is USB rechargeable portable fan. It will be very helpful, especially for the Muzdalifah night. will be small, and you can just keep beside you. You will have enough sleep, at least 3-4 hours. Sometimes you don't have enough air in Muzdalifah. It's always hot. So I recommend you people to buy or find the fans. If you don't find somewhere, just try find in Amazon or check with the Shoppers Drug Mart. They have it right now. It will be $15-20 or something, but it will help you. It will be rechargeable with USB.
Yeah, before we break, there's two little questions that I will address, and then we'll break for, we'll have dua, and then we'll break for lunch. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can come to one of us, and inshallah we'll answer it. Says, do we need to convert riyals from here or carry US or Canadian dollars? If you can convert it, you want to convert it, you can convert it, but you can always change it there readily. So you carry your US or Canadian dollars, because if you don't spend it, you can always bring it back and you don't have to exchange it. Size of stainless water bottle, the standard size that you buy in Canadian Tire or anywhere else, it's I think about 500 milliliters. So that should be all right, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah, we have posted the program number on the wall. So please, after the dua or after the lunch, I think after lunch. Okay, after the dua, please assemble for 10-15 minutes just beside your program number, below the program number. So you can introduce each other, yourself with other people for the same program. So please come after the dua beside the wall. You can see your program number here. For the money, for the riyal, just Yunus uncle told, I would recommend that if you find somewhere at least 300-400 riyal from somewhere, or you can contact me or Bilal later, or we will find. Last year we found some people, they had some riyal and they could exchange for you, or we will post. Also we'll let you know where you can find the Saudi riyal. But don't exchange too much money. Just $100 or $150 is enough for you, just for the airport, because you won't get the good rate here. You can get the good rate in Makkah if you exchange your money in Makkah. Also, we will make the WhatsApp group for each program. We will have different program number one group in WhatsApp group. So we'll take one papers and we'll collect all the cell number for all the Hujjaj for each program, and we will make the WhatsApp group. But I would suggest you do not post any other comments other than Hajj, or if you have anybody, if any question or something, just leave it for that, those question and answer or some related to our group information. Do not post any other information or any other post in the group, which we are making for our Hujjaj. So we will be collecting the phone numbers. Please don't leave without giving your phone number, so we can make the WhatsApp group for each program. Okay, and during the lunch, after the dua and after the assembly, only men will go to the lobby and pick up their envelopes and kit bag. I think we don't want everybody or ladies just to go there. So only men will go and collect their envelopes and kit bag from the lobby, from the front lobby.
Okay, we'll have our dua and then we'll do the assembly. Just one little point. There is Wi-Fi in the hotel in Mecca and Medina, in the lobby. So you will be able to communicate with your family here on Wi-Fi, or you can always go FaceTime, or you can use the Wi-Fi in the hotel lobby in Mecca and Medina. Mufti Sahib.
اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله وإليك يرجع الأمر كله. اللهم لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. يا رب لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا أرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا أرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا أرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. Wallah, make this Hajj journey easy for all of us. Ya Allah, accept this Hajj journey. Ya Allah, all the preparation that we're making, Ya Allah, accept this. Ya Allah, the time that we spent, Ya Allah, for preparing for Hajj, Ya Allah, accept this. Ya Allah, make it, Ya Allah, all the future manazil and all the future programs and the steps that we will be taking, Ya Allah, make it easy for us. Ya Allah, keep us healthy. Ya Allah, keep us sound. Ya Allah, all those anwarat and barakat and blessings that you have kept, Ya Allah, let us be able to take benefit, Ya Allah, from Haramain and Sharifain. Ya Allah, every moment in our life in Haram, Ya Allah, let it be productive. Ya Allah, let us be able to maximize our time in your worship. Ya Allah, wherever we are, Ya Allah, let us be able to maximize our time and take maximum benefit. Let us be able to fulfill our Hajj and replicate the Sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, just the way Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam performed Hajj, and just the way the Sahaba Radiallahu Majmain performed their Hajj. Ya Allah, let us be able to perform our Hajj in a similar way. Ya Allah, accept our dua. Our brothers and sisters that will be going with us, Ya Allah, if they're experiencing any kind of difficulty, physically, health-wise, whatever difficulty they're going through, Ya Allah, make it easy for them. Ya Allah, make it easy for every one of us. Ya Allah, make it easy for every one of us. Accept our journey. Ya Allah, all those brothers are helping one another. Ya Allah, accept their assistance and help as well. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيكم صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه نبيكم صلى الله عليه وسلم وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم برحمتك يا رب العالمين.
Ladies, also on the side there are groups. If you can just assemble so you know who are in your groups. If we can have somebody take a lead to collect the cell number, the WhatsApp numbers from for both men's and ladies from the group.